Who jumps out of perfectly good airplanes in the name of science? Mr. C.
Tuesday to all of you, and a happy one, I guess I should say at the front end. Hey, I want to show you something right off of the bat. So this is, of course, Mars, and that's Ingenuity, the helicopter. And they attempted to spin its rotor blades Sunday, maybe? And anyway, they've had to delay now when they're actually going to try to fly it. So they think they will try to fly it on the 14th. So what are we looking at? So what is it, the 11th? So later in the week. So anyway, that is cool that they're going to fly it pretty soon. So anyway, I think that's all I wanted to show you on the computer. Now I've got to really hustle today and tomorrow. You know, we have a test on Thursday, right? Test on Thursday. And I think I used this expression with you guys. It might have just been 8th grade, but I might have used it with you too. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to lead you to the information that Thursday's test is on, and to try to motivate you, encourage you to triple R. But I can't make you, but I can tell you what's going to be on the test. For instance, I think you got your very own copy of this study guide today in class. If you didn't today, you'll get it tomorrow. Now, I'm going to tell you right now what I'm going to ask you from this study guide. The only thing I'm going to ask you, for you guys, lucky you, is on page 2. So on page 2, you're going to write John 1:3 again. Mr. C, one of your favorites. Yep. And I think I've told you I'm a fan of the Chosen Life of Jesus video series that's on these days. And in fact, tonight is the 2nd episode of season 2. So if you haven't checked it out, tell your parents about it and have a look at it, see what you think. So we love it in our family. So I'm going to have you write John 1:3. All things were made by him, it's Jesus, and without him nothing was made that has been made. He made everything. And then I'm going to ask you about Colossians 1:17. This will be a point. I'm thinking about making John 1:3 worth 2 points, because some people still haven't learned it yet, so it'll cost them 2 points. I think I'll go 2 on John 1:3. So anyway, if you haven't learned it yet, on your verse sheet, and go for it. What are you going to ask us about Colossians 1:17? Well, Colossians 1 is about Jesus. It says a bunch of things about him. And it says in verse 17 of chapter 1, in him, Jesus, all things hold together, including atoms. All matter holds together, the universe holds together, perhaps by the strength of gravity. Atoms hold together by the strong force that Jesus made. So in him, all things hold together. I'm going to look for those that verb, those 2 words, hold together. So anyway, study that. So I'm going to go over this next with you. So study LS 1 through 4, your little packet that you got. LS 1 through 4, and we just went over 4, where the fellow named Alfred Wegener in 1910, 110 years ago, 111 years ago, made a hypothesis that the Earth at one time was one landmass And it matches what the Bible says, most likely. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and then the great global flood would have had the energy to snap the earth's crust up into chunks, aka plates, and slide it apart rapidly, not slowly like Alfred Wegener thought. That's known as Continental Drift. So you know I'm going to ask you about Continental Drift. Continental Drift, right there. I'm just reviewing this. Mr. C, are you not going to give us an optional review quiz today? If I have time, I will. But I fear that because I only have today and tomorrow to get you ready for Thursday's test, I might run out of time. So we'll see. If I have time, I will. Okay. 2 evidences. I'm going to ask you for 2 evidences that the Earth at one time was one landmass and then moved apart, most likely rapidly by the great global flood. So you might do this as well. This is a great potential question. Look what I put up right above drifting. You see where I put GGF, of course, for the great global flood. So anyway, evidences that the Earth was one landmass, fossils on each side, on plates on each side, separated by an ocean. Same fossils, same rocks, same mountain range. So all of those are the same minerals. Those are what we're working on now. So all of those are the same. Those are the biggies. So again, same fossils, same rocks, and same mountains. And I almost forgot, sedimentary layers. All the same. So triple R LS 1 to 4, that's your homework tonight, to triple R all of this. And then today we're going to finish this up. I'm going to give you all of the minerals. Now, it's going to be a matching, so I'm going to grab the minerals. Here they are. I have 1 through 11 in my lap. So you're going to make sure you've got the numbers. On page number 3 is halite, salty, halite. So back page, make sure you've got number 1 above halite. So number 1. Number 2. Number 2 is this one. I'll show you the large version of it. Purple quartz, aka amethyst, with those beautiful quartz crystals. Purple quartz, number 2, amethyst. It's on the first page. No, it's not. Let me look and see exactly where it is. Is it on page 3? Yeah, on page 3, purple quartz. The Bible indicates it'll be found in heaven. We'll see if it's the same mineral. So that's number 2. Number 3, this one right here, magnetite. It's on the first page. It's got a lot of iron in it. It attracts. It's magnetic, so a magnet attracts it. You can see the magnet on the side of it sticking to it. You can see rust marks on it, perhaps. A little bit of rust. Iron oxide. Number 3, magnetite. Okay, so number 4, hematite, loaded with iron. Hematite. Front page, from the Greek word hema, meaning blood. People thought it looked like, kind of like the same color of blood. Not exactly, I don't think. Hematite. Kind of the same color as the soil on Mars and in places on the earth. So number 4. Number 5, loaded with lead. Galena. Loaded with lead. Very dense. High luster. You can see it has high luster. Reflectivity. Number 5, galena. Loaded with lead. Number 5. All right, number 6 now. Looking for it. And there it is. Number 6, black mica biotite. It's in sheets. It can be peeled. Biotite. And it's just large sheets of it. Black mica, number 6. And number 7. Here it is. Number 7 is the mud mineral. Number 7. And you look at it, it even looks like mud. It's sedimentary, right? Sedimentary. Squeezed together, most likely by the Great Flood. These sedimentary rocks. Number 7 is shale. Front page. Oops, second page, shale. Yeah, there it is. Number 7, shale. Number 8, here it is. Number 8, beautiful crystals, beautiful mineral used as a decorative building stone. Sparkle, 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 sparkle. In fact, its name means shining stone. So it is marble. It's on the front page. Number 8 is marble. Got it? Number 8, marble. Trying to go slow, so you make sure that you've got all this dialed in. So marble. Number 9. Here it is. Number 9, shale, is heated and squeezed. Metamorphosed? Yes. Turned into a metamorphic rock. Number 9 is slate. Shale to slate. Now I'm going to ask you, give me one example of a metamorphic rock. So you're probably going to go shale. I can do this. Shale is heated and squeezed and turned into slate. Shale to slate. Shale, say it to yourself, turns into slate. Metamorphic. Shale to slate. Okay. Number 7 into number 9. Number 10, huh? Yep. Number 10, loaded with iron. Looks like gold. Tricked people into thinking it was gold. That's why it's called, in an informal way, fool's gold. Fool's gold, but it's iron pyrite. Back page, I think. Number 10, iron pyrite. Is it on the back page? Yeah, there it is. Third from the bottom, iron pyrite, fool's gold. Now you're going to study these little stories, because if I say fool's gold loaded with iron, you're going to need to know what is it. So study the names of the minerals and their little stories. So number 10, iron pyrite. We'll keep on going. Number 11. Are you going to get finished today? Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to make it. Okay. Number 11, let's see. I've got to be able to count here. Number 11, here it is. It's on the, right at the bottom on the front page. Number 11 is regular quartz with that beautiful crystal, this prized, treasured crystal that I have. Quartz. Mr. C, it's the same shape crystals as amethyst, purple quartz. Of course. Of course. Purple quartz is just, it just has chemicals in it that make it purple. So number 11, quartz. Okay, moving on now, number 12. Number 12 is limestone. Number 12 is limestone. And usually when I demonstrated this, when I used to do this in class, I'd put a little bit of vinegar on it. And limestone will dissolve with a little bit of acid. So number 12, limestone, front page. Number 12, limestone. and it'll dissolve with a little bit of acid. Now, I haven't told you this, but rain is slightly acidic. Not very much, but a little bit. A little bit of acid. I have drunk a lot of rainwater, Mr. C. Did it dissolve my esophagus? My food tube? Of course not. It's just rainwater is slightly acidic and acid. But it will dissolve limestone. There's a lot of sedimentary rock that's limestone that when rainwater rushes through it, like during the flood, it would form caves. So I'd like you above limestone. Everybody do this, not an option. Mr. Phillips is going to encourage this. So on the front page, find limestone. And I'd like you right above limestone to write caves. Caves are made of limestone. So I'm writing caves in here. You do the same. Most caves, have you ever been a spelunker? The official name for a caver, someone who likes to explore caves. I do not, because I get claustrophobic, especially in small caves. So I've been in a few. I've been in one down in Australia, a really cool cave. But there were some tight spaces that I didn't enjoy. So number 12, limestone, and you've written caves above it. Okay, on to 13. What do you got, Mr. C? 13. Here it is. 13 is on the, let's see, back page. 13 is bauxite. It's the second one down. Have a look at it. I think I've maybe done this already. Bauxite. And it's loaded with aluminum. So highlight that, bauxite, and it's loaded with aluminum. You might go AB on this one, just to remind you, AB. Bauxite is loaded with aluminum metal. AB, aluminum in bauxite. So bauxite number 13. 14 now, here it is. 14. I floated 14 for you before. 14. It's on the front page. It's volcanic. It's igneous. By the way, I'm going to ask you for one example of each. So what would a sedimentary one be? A sedimentary rock. Shale. What would a metamorphic one be? Slate. Shale to slate, right? Another one is limestone into marble. Marble is the metamorphic one. This one is igneous, one of the igneuses. I've got another beautiful igneous one to show you in a little bit. This has got all kinds of little holes where volcanic gases bubbled up through the liquid when it was still liquid. It's low density, and I floated this one for you. Float, float in the water, pumice. 14 is pumice. 14 pumice. And it says this volcanic rock was called pumex by the Romans. It's used for polishing hard things. I think this might even be, some of this might even be used to polish tile in a swimming pool, maybe to get the algae off. Oh yeah, my parents make me do that. They might. 14 pumice. 15 now, here's 15. 15, I'm pretty sure we've done already, all around campus, granite. 15 granite. It's got little quartz crystals in it, very sparkly. Can I get some of the, see the sparkles? Some sparkles out of it. Granite. So, it is on the back page. Granite on the back page, 15. It's a very hard mineral. The Rocky Mountains are made of it. A lot of mountains are made of it. Salt and pepper appearance, granite. Got a lot of it right around campus. All over campus. Big chunks of granite. Have a look at a big chunk of it. See those salt and peppery colors, light and dark. 15, granite. All right, 16 now. Here we go. 16 is sandstone. Little sand grains that were cemented together. A lot of it all over the earth. We've got a lot of it in Arizona. A lot of it in the Phoenix area. If you ever go to Hole in the Rock in Papago Park, Red Mountain out our way here in Mesa, the Grand Canyon loaded with this, Sedona, one of our favorite places. Lots of beautiful sandstone. Little sand grains that have been cemented together in water, formed in water. So sedimentary, of course. Another sedimentary one. You've got an igneous one already. Pumice, right? Metamorphic. Shale to slate. Limestone to marble. Sandstone to quartzite, but I won't go there and trouble you. So that's 16, sandstone. 17 is a kind of coal. Used to be plant material squeezed together by the Great Flood, heated and squeezed. It is on the first page, 17, anthracite. 17, anthracite, the very top. A dramatic reading, look what it says. This comes from the Greek word anthrax. It means coal. So there's a lot of this in the United States. We use it for energy. We heat it. We use it in power plants to produce steam, to turn the turbines to make electricity. 17 is anthracite, a kind of coal. 18 is basalt. Yeah, we've done this already. 18 is basalt. You're going to have to write it in. It's volcanic, found in the crust on the bottom of the ocean. Basalt on the bottom of the ocean. Basalt on the bottom of the ocean. Are you trying to give us brain glue? I am. I'd say it to yourself that way. Basalts on the bottom of the ocean. You can see all the little pores or holes in it where gases bubbled up through it too. It's a dark volcanic rock. So basalt, number 18. 19 now is another volcanic rock. Volcanic glass. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. It is obsidian. 19 is obsidian volcanic glass. I would write, there it is right there. I'd highlight it. Obsidian is volcanic glass. Used to be used for arrowheads, apparently. Obsidian. Volcanic glass. It's just real smooth. Super hard. Super, super hard. So it's way up there on Mohs hardness scale. On the Mohs hardness scale. 19, obsidian. Number 20, woohoo! Think we're going to make it. Number 20. Got to find it though. Here it is. All right. 3 left. Number 20, and then I'll turn it over to Mr. Phillip to let you get caught up on anything, and then to study for a little bit maybe. Now you can scratch number 20 at such low number hardness. You can scratch it and peel it off with your fingernail. It's got like a hardness of 1. So here it is. Number 20 is talc. I knew it. I knew it. Mohs hardness, number 1. Talc. T-A-L-C. Second page, is it? Number 20, second page, talc. Number 20, talc. Did you get it? It is commonly used in talcum powder. You grind it up and put it in as a powder. Talcum powder. Number 20, talc. Okay, 21. 21 is really cool. Look at it. There's a metal in it, a mystery metal. Can you make it out at all? Am I too close? Oh, I think I see it now. Yeah, let me show. I've got metal. I've got the metal. Let me show it to you. Here it is. Here's what we get out of this. I know what that is. It's copper. Yep. Number 21 is loaded with copper. It's on the back page. Chrysocolla is loaded with copper. Double C. Chrysocolla with a C. Chrysocolla is loaded with copper metal. There's a lot of it in Arizona. Arizona used to be a huge copper producer. Not anymore. Why not? Did we take it all out of the ground? Nope. There's heaps of it still in the crust under Arizona. Well, why did we shut down the copper producing facilities, the copper mines? Any idea? Here's the reason. Because you can dig it out of the ground way more cheaply in other countries. And you don't pay the workers that much? I get it. So it's way cheaper to dig it out of the ground other places on the planet than Arizona. It's too bad because it was a good industry when I first came to Arizona. So chrysocolla loaded with copper. Chrysocolla. Copper ore found in Arizona. And then the last one, really fun. This is number 22. 21 chrysocolla, right? Okay. So what's this? See if I can do this. Trying to send you a little message. I did. Can you see it there? See what I wrote? Hi. Oh, that's really creative, Mr. C. Yeah, real creative. Well, I wanted to show you this is a writing mineral. In fact, it comes from a Greek word, number 22, that means to write. Scan the front page, see if you can find it. Scan the front page. It comes from a word that means to write, and I'll bet you it's the lead in pencils. It is. It's made out of this. What's the Greek verb that means to write? Grapho. Is it graphite? It is. Number 22 is graphite. 22, graphite. You see it there right above hematite? 22, graphite, comes from the Greek word that means to write. Graphite is the lead in pencils. We did it. Now, I didn't have time to do an optional quiz, but I will tomorrow. Okay? Now, I've got all the information out to you. It's Tuesday night when you do your homework tonight. So you'll be able to study tonight and Wednesday night. That's all your homework is, to get ready for your test. Okay? So, and maybe Mr. Phillip gave you a little surprise already, perhaps on Monday, about how the test is going to operate. So, anyway, I think you're going to do well. I predict that. But remember, you can't lead you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You can lead a student to what he should study, but you can't make him study. I can't make you triple R. But I can sure tell you what's on the test, and then you can't tell your parents, well, I have no idea what's on the test. Pinocchio, you know exactly what's on the test, and it's Tuesday. So triple R, my friends, I want you to do well. So study the little stories on this. Study the stories. And we will do a nice little review tomorrow, won't we now? You probably have a little time to study right now and catch up and get clarification from Mr. Phillip. So I will turn it over to him. Mr. Phillip, thank you, sir.